Hi, I'm Thad Holcomb, the campus minister for ECM, where people gather around and have conversation, often food. They do so with a kind of expectation of community, and that's what this building is about. So I hope that you'll join others who see a future of this kind of ministry, where we accept you and honor you wherever you are on life's journey.
College here and attended various functions here, and I just love this building. Love the architecture of the building. I didn't quite understand how important it was historically to our community until I started doing some research.
To understand this quintessentially modern building, we need to cast a glance back at the previous homes of Presbyterian campus ministry at KU. Beginning in 1905, the Presbyterian student ministry bore fruit here, and soon plans were afoot for a permanent home, having, first of all, a real place of worship and, very importantly, a kitchen adequate to the task of feeding their ever-growing student congregation. While students had fun at Westminster Hall, it was also a place that was a center of community service. Every summer, the Pattons took students to New Mexico or Arizona to do work in Native American communities. One of the things that's most important is how active the Pattons were in efforts to organize interdenominational and ecumenical movements in Lawrence and at KU. It was, I think, a deeply modern vision, and I would like to think it helps to explain some of the things that you see around you in this building.
The construction of the building was an exciting time. All those who visit the building are enthusiastic about it, thinking it is an extremely handsome building and marvel at the convenience and the functional aspects woven into beauty and design. November 12th, 1960, the building was dedicated. I think it was during the turbulent years during 68 through 73 that the ECM represents a significant contribution to our community. Gay rights, women's rights, Native Americans, blacks were all seeking justice. And the pastors of the ECM were instrumental in mediating among the various players during this tenuous time. Some say without the support of the core group of community pastors mediating, there could have been riots in Lawrence. There was a feeling among some students that we indeed could change the world right now. We meant it. We believed it. We were saying to our parents' generation, we're not going to do that anymore. We had serious optimism.
We're not going to say much about the 70s and 80s. This building was often in danger then. There were moments when it was unclear whether or not the ministry would survive. Somehow the building remained open. Thad Holcomb was hired in 1991. That's kind of the end of our formal story. We've kind of been making the argument that this building is significant and it really needs to be preserved. This building fulfills just a vital function for our community.
I first discovered the ECM because of Veggie Lunch.
Heard about Veggie Lunch. I came to Veggie Lunch with some friends.
She took me to Veggie Lunch,
which is another great service for students, especially students who can't afford a good, healthy lunch.
It was a good source of finding out what was going on in the community.
I love it, and I pick up the bread from Wheatfield every Wednesday night.
I was also a freshman and really nervous, and I thought that if I went, maybe I'd make some friends, and I did, and it was really fun.
Faith Forum, which is a weekly program where we have dinner and then conversation about a theological topic. And it's an excellent opportunity to get to know people in a small community and a really good way to explore questions of faith without any sense of pressure to conform.
You can talk about your religion or you can talk about disliking religion. It's just a place where you can hear many different viewpoints and work out your own.
I went on an alternative spring break trip, and that has been one of the coolest experiences of my life.
We went and stayed with a Navajo family on their reservation, and were able to see their way of life through their eyes. It's something that was really positive and has greatly affected me and a lot of other people.
Every year the ECM offers around 6 trips over winter or spring, where students and sometimes professors or people in the community gather together in groups of 8 to 12 people and take a trip somewhere. Some people think about it as service learning, where they go to do service and learn about a new culture or community. But another large component is internal reflection, thinking, who am I in the world, and what does it mean for me to be in a different place, getting to know different people. And through that experience, we come back to Lawrence changed.
I also have been active in the Lawrence Fair Trade Group that has been having a fair trade sale here since 1991.
I'm also taking the human sexuality class right now with Dennis Daly. And yeah, it's just like anyone can learn about themselves. Like there's just, our society kind of promotes you to be shut off from who you are as a sexual being. It's an exploration kind of yourself.
It's a space that everybody are welcome to use. So like Indian Students Association, Chinese Students Association, or Japanese Students Association, or East Europe Students Association, they all come here.
Through here, you have so many connections. There's a study abroad section that's downstairs that you can go look through all of these internships, all of these possibilities that ECM either has a direct connection with, has worked with in the past, or knows of and can start talking to people to set it up. And they will work their butts off, especially Thad Holcomb will work his butt off to try to help you get whatever you want.
When I expressed a desire to be more involved to Thad, he said, "Great, we've got an opening on the board." And I thought, oh boy.
And one of the best things that I like about ECM is that if you're a student and you have a passion, you can come here and see if there's a group that's already doing it, and if there's not, you can create a group. I created a group called Eco-Justice, and what this group does is kind of fight injustices that disproportionately affect minority populations, poorer parts of society.
What ECM is striving to do in terms of the university community is very positive. It communicates the message of welcoming.
What is exciting about ECM is it really is an experiment to see whether it's still a place for a kind of progressive, open-minded, questioning faith in the modern university and in the world today. And ECM is a testimony that there still is.
It's just like this oasis of wonderful people in like one group. You can hear a dozen different viewpoints.
I think that's what really adds so much to the ECM character, is that it's not just about students, but it's about the whole community and bringing people together from all different ages, because we can all learn from each other.
One of the things that the ECM provides that I have not found in the university culture at large is a place of reflection, an atmosphere conducive to exploring yourself in an unhurried manner. And while it's guided, it's not rigid.
I hope that the future of the ECM is just as awesome as it is right now.
Since I've become a part of ECM, I can see that if you want to create a change, that you should make it, because they are possible.
It's like my comfort zone, like my home. This is my 5th time here today, and every time it feels like I'm walking in my front door. It's not a burden to be involved in organizations here. It's a gift. It's something I can leave a 4-hour board meeting and feel enriched and feeling like I'm a part of something bigger than myself, something that was here 40 years before me and will be here hopefully 40 years after I'm gone.